Then we start up with like our actual course of testing. Okay, so first initially we can go for like testing definition. For clear understanding of this testing definition, it will take 1 hour. Okay, we'll see like how exactly it is. Sorry. So testing definition. So testing verification, what is validation, what is quality assurance, what is quality control. Okay, software development life cycle. So differences between verification and validation. So differences between quality assurance and quality control. Static testing and dynamic testing. So differences between static testing and dynamic testing, and software quality assurance. If we discuss our testing definition, so which are the topics I just read, all these topics gets covered. Okay, okay, we go one by one. Sorry, let us suppose you are trying to purchase a mobile phone. You went to some shop. So which are the features and which are the different things you will look before purchasing that mobile phone? Sorry. Okay, so which are the different things you look is like whether that model looks good or not, brand is good brand or not, cost is good or not. Okay, so like that, which are the features you want, like making call, SMS, MMS, 2G, 3G. Sorry, like that, so many features you will look it up. If all those features really you like, then only you can go for purchasing that mobile phone. Sorry. Okay, not only that, any of the product you have to purchase means you will initially look for, so whether that product, that item really meets your expectation or not, your requirements or not. Okay, so that is nothing but like testing. Sorry. Okay, so that means you are verifying whether that item is meeting your requirements or not. That is nothing but like testing. Okay. Okay, so testing is nothing but like verifying the application whether is meeting customer requirements or not. That is nothing but like your verification. That is nothing but your testing. Okay, so also you can define it as executing the program with the intent of finding the errors. So developer will be developing the application as a tester. Once you get that application from developer, you'll start executing, you start testing. If you find any mismatches, you will report those issues to developer for fixing. That means executing the program with the intent of finding the errors is nothing but like testing. Okay, is nothing but testing. Okay, okay, so that means what you are trying to test, whether that application is meeting your expectations, your requirements or not. That is nothing but testing. Okay, so this one very simply you have to define is this is nothing but testing, but really this is not good definition for testing. Okay, so really you have to define means how you can define it as like verification plus validation. Okay. Sorry, verification plus validation. Also you can define it as quality assurance plus quality control. Okay, also you can consider as quality assurance plus quality control. Okay, so what is verification, what is validation? So verification is nothing but like prevent, validation is nothing but like detect. Okay, so what is the difference between these two, prevent and detect? So before getting health problem, you go to doctor, you'll take precaution. You take like whatever the take care is telling, and that means you are keep managing your body healthy before getting the health problems. That means you are taking precautions. Okay, so that is nothing but like verification. Okay, once you get affected health problem, then you go to doctor and you will take care whatever the suggestions he is given. Okay, so that is nothing but like detect. Okay, so before occurring the problem, you are taking precautions, that is nothing prevent. Once really occurred, okay, so that is nothing but like detect. Okay, but with respect to testing, if you think about it, what exactly prevent? With respect to testing, if you think like testing means you are finding out issues from development application. Okay, that means you are finding out bugs or issues. Okay, so before producing the error, you are taking precautions, so that is nothing but like prevent. Once error occurred, then you are finding out and detect and rectify. Okay, that is nothing but like detect. Okay, so before producing the error, you are taking precautions. Okay, that is nothing but prevent. Once error occurred, you are finding out and resolving. Okay, that is nothing but detect. Okay, so here I am saying like prevent means before producing the error, you are taking precautions. Okay, so how exactly? So this is what you have to understand, means you should go for like software development lifecycle. So before going to software development lifecycle in detail, I will tell you like small story, small concept. So that is nothing but like software quality. Okay, so testing, what do you mean by testing? Executing the program with the intent of finding that. That means you are trying to certify whether it is quality application or not. That means with the help of testing department, you are trying to certify it as a quality application or not. Okay, so what is software quality? So you are certifying it as a quality means before that you should be aware of like what is software quality, right? So the primary point is like to meet customer requirements. What exactly customer looking for? Okay, what exactly customer looking for? So what are his exact requirements? Okay, so that is nothing but like customer requirements. Primary focus will be this one. Okay, so then customer expectations. Okay, your requirement is making call, but if you try 20 times, it's getting connecting once or twice. Or let us suppose, best example, you have taken broadband connection, internet connection. It's very bad, performance is very bad. Okay, so very rarely it's getting connected. So if that is the case, means you really continue with the service, you cannot continue, right? Okay, so that means your requirement is like you have to you have to take internet connection. So you are meeting here your requirement, so once in a while, but it's getting irritating your life. So in addition to requirement, you will try to expect few other stuff like usability, performance and security. It seems like some disturbance we are getting, right? If you don't mind, like could you please mute from your side so that line will be clear. So whenever you have questions, at the time you can unmute and discuss. Hello, is that fine with you? So you want to mute means like left side of your name, so some icon is there, right? Just click to mute. If you move your mouse, it will give you like click to mute. Sorry. Hello, everybody there? Padma and Padi? Padma and Padi? Yeah. Padma, could you please mute? Hello, Padma, you there? Hello. Padma, you there? Yeah, I have muted, but the thing is, they have questions means they cannot ask, right? That's why. Okay, I have muted this point of time. Okay, fine. Okay, so in addition to requirements, customer may expect additionally some expectations like usability, performance, and security. Okay, so usability. So whatever the application you take, that application should provide user friendly interface. Means like if we take like mobile applications, only educated people using mobile phones? No, right? Uneducated people also. So so if you give like touchpad mobile phone to uneducated people, they may not be aware of like how to use those applications, right? So exactly they have to keep in like while developing any of the application, so they should provide user friendly interface. They should provide user friendly interface. Okay, then performance. Performance. Okay, so as I said, like you'll expect performance of any of the application like Gmail or Yahoo or whatever the application you are working, the performance should be pretty good. Meanwhile, you will expect security. So this is your primary focus. Okay, so you are making like online transfers. Okay, so at that point of time, security plays major role. You should provide secure gateway. Okay, so that is nothing but like security. So these three comes under like expectations. Okay, then within budget. So this world is surviving under 80-20 principle. What do you mean by 80-20? 80% poor people, 20% rich people. Okay, so 80% of the people driven by 20%. That means rich people are driving poor people. So any of the during telecommunications starting days, if you remember, like the rates were very costly, right? Even incoming also too much they were costing. How tremendously rates got decreased. So these days rates are very low, right? Why? This is only because of like, so if the rates are costly, only rich people, that means 20% of the people able to purchase. So when rates come down, 80% also able to use. That means they are getting more profit. Okay, so that is nothing but like within budget, then right time. If you release any of the product in recession time, okay, you will definitely get very bad impression, okay, or huge loss. Okay, so in recent time all got with a stuck up mind and they may not show interest for purchasing new products. So so right time they have to release. Okay, so any of the application is meeting these 4 points, means you can consider it as a quality application. Okay, you can consider it as a quality application. Okay, so with the help of testing department, you are trying to check whether whatever the application you are working, that application meeting these 4 points or not. Okay, that is nothing but testing, software quality. Okay, so as we said, like testing, how you can define it as like verification plus validation. So also you can define it as like quality assurance plus quality control. Sorry. So verification is nothing but like prevent, validation is nothing but like detect. Okay, so prevent means before producing the error you are taking precautions. Okay, so that is nothing but like prevention. So detect means once you error occurred, then you are trying to find out and resolve. Okay, so how exactly? So this is what you have to understand, means you should be aware of software development life cycle. Okay, so what is life cycle? In our real life, any of the life, if you take like each and every life should be having some life cycle. if you take like human beings, child is, teenage, middle age, old age, like that each and every life in this nature should be having some life cycle. Okay, so exactly in your software industry also you have to develop any of the project, means they should follow some process, some life cycle, some stages. So that is nothing but like software development life cycle. That is nothing but software development life cycle. Okay. So that is nothing but like analysis, design, development, testing, release and maintenance. So this one you could have got in your studies time. Okay, so analysis, design, development, testing, release and maintenance. So these are the different phases you will come across in your software development life cycle. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, analysis. So in analysis phase, business analyst gets involved, and what these people's job is like, these people will be roaming across multiple clients. Okay, so who can provide projects to them. Okay, so those people will be, so this business analyst will be roaming across multiple clients. Okay, and they will be attracting the clients. Okay. Okay, whenever specific client shown interest for giving their project, let us assume. Okay, so at that point of time what this business analyst will do is like okay, they will gather all requirements from client, okay, and make it as a one document. Okay, so if any of the clients shown interest, means what this business analyst will do simply is like okay, so they will gather all requirements from client and make it as a one document. That document they can call it as a BRS document. Okay, so that document you can call it as a business requirement specification. Why you are calling it as a business requirement specification? Okay, so means here okay, so for clients, for running his business he want one software, that means his business requirement. Exactly, companies, if you go for companies, what is their business? IT companies, they have to develop projects and give it to clients, right? That means for both of the parties this is the meeting point, hence you are considering it as BRS. Okay, so you will get project from him, you will develop what are the requirements you have and give it to him. So finally, who is the real user for this application? Client only, the real user for this application, right? So this document also you can consider it as like client requirement specification. Okay, so client's requirement specification also you can consider it as like user requirement specification. Okay, so client is the end user, right? So you can also consider it as like user requirement specification. Okay, so like in our IT industry there may be like so many domains like healthcare, insurance, finance, securities, health, real estate, telecom, like that so many domains were there. But are you aware of like each and every domain? Until and unless you get training, you don't be aware of, right? Like exactly BRS document contains their terminology, okay, client's terminology. So we may not understand their terminology. Why? They doesn't know how we develop our software applications, so they come up with their own terminology. That one you have to go through properly, you have to analyze, then you have to take training or something like that, then only you can understand. Exactly. Once business analysts gather their requirements, what they will do is like they will go through all these requirements and analyze and come up with one more document like SRS document. So SRS is nothing but like software requirement specification. Okay, so that means whatever the requirements you gather from client. Okay, so how exactly you are going to develop their requirements as a software, right? So how exactly you are going to develop their requirements as a software? So they'll come up with and they will. So that's why you are calling it as a software requirement specification. Also you can consider it as client requirement specification. Sorry, functional requirement specification. Okay. Also you can consider it as like functional requirement specification. Okay, functional requirement specification. Okay, okay, then this is nothing but like analysis. So analysis phase, you can just remember like business analyst gets involved and they will be coming up with two types of documents like BRS and SRS. So BRS is nothing but like business requirement specification, and it contains the client terminology, but that terminology we may not understand properly. Hence these clients what they will do, these business analysts what they will do is they'll go through those documents, they will understand properly, and they convert into one more document like how exactly you're going to develop those requirements as a software. Okay, so that one you can consider as like software requirement specification. Okay, so in this phase business analysts are gathering information from client, right? Gathering information from client. Hence this one also you can consider it as like info gathering phase. Okay, info gathering phase. Okay, so okay, so this is nothing but like info gathering phase. Then we go for like design. This is nothing but analysis. So before going design, any questions? Okay, then you can go for like design. So design is nothing but like whatever the application you are working, how exactly you have to come up with the design. So you have to construct apartment. To whom you can approach? Civil engineers or architects, right? Exactly, you have to develop application means. For that application you have to come up with like design means. They should follow they should follow some design. Okay, so that design they will come up in design phase. Architects get involved and come up with two types of documents. Those are nothing but like high level design and low level design. Okay, high level design and low level design. So high level design is nothing but like if you take very big apartment, how many floors you have to come up with for that apartment, and in each and every floor how many houses you have to put. That is nothing but like high level design. Okay, so exactly if you go for like Gmail application, so what is high level design? Login, compose mail, inbox, outbox, sent mail. Okay, so this is nothing but like high level design. Okay, so once you come up with high level design, like then each and every independent component you have to go and you have to describe, right? Like one big apartment, if you go for like in each and every floor so many BHKs you are coming up with, so many houses. So each and every independent house, if you take like how exactly you have to come up with design for that application. How exactly you have to come up with design for that application. Okay, so that is nothing but like design. Okay, like if you take like house, according to Vastu complaint, where you have to put kitchen, where you have to put bedroom, where you have to put hall, okay, where you have to put guards room, exactly like. Okay, so exactly like that for each and every independent house they will try to come up with exactly in your Gmail application. So during high level, what are the different high level documents you are coming up with? Login, compose mail, inbox, outbox, send mail, logout. Okay, so each and every independent component they will take in detail. like login. So if you take like login, how exactly you have to come up with login? Okay, like username, password, sign in. Okay, login if you take like username, password, sign in. Exactly if you go for like component to CC, BCC, subject matter. Okay, so this is the way you have to come up with like your low level design. Exactly each and every independent component they will take and they will describe and they will come up with. Okay, so this is nothing but like high level design and low level design. Okay, so in your application what are the priority you are working? So for that application in design phase architects gets involved and they will be coming up with like two types of documents. Those are nothing but like high level design and low level design. Sorry, once they come up with development, okay, so they should start with development, right? So they should come up with like development. Okay, so in development phase who will get involved? Developers. Okay, so who are technically strong in any of the programming language, so they will get involved and they will come up with this kind of application. Okay, so one application if you take one building, if you take like whatever the building you are saying, is it possible to construct whole the house at a time? It's not possible, right? So what they will do actually, first they will come up with a base. Okay, then they will try to come up with like starting with some corner, then they will be slowly enhancing, right? Exactly whatever the application you have to develop in your IT company, they will follow the similar approach. Okay, so application they will divide into main modules like module 1, module 2, module 3, like that. It depends on the application. Okay, it's not like stable for each and every application. Okay, it depends on the application. So again sub modules they will divide into sub modules, sub modules again they will divide into sub modules. Okay, so like that so many levels they will divide and smallest independent component they will take and they will come up with development. Okay, smallest independent component they will take and they will come up with starting the development activities. Okay. Okay, exactly like that. If you take like Gmail, first they will come up with login, then they will be integrating with forgot password. Okay, then they will be integrating with registration, then they will be slowly enhancing with composite, like that they will slowly increment. Okay, so that is nothing but like your development happens. Okay, so okay, for developing this application, let us assume it will take 3 years of time. For developing this application it will take 3 years of your time. Okay, so is it possible for any company to simply sit testing people and pay the salaries for these 3 years of time? So testing is happening once whole application gets ready, means 3 years is taken for this application. So is it possible for any company to simply sit testing people ideal and pay the salaries? No, right? So what they can do is like instead of developing whole application and giving it to testing team for testing, what they will do is they will install some part of the application, some features, and they will some features they will install and they will go for sending it to testing team for testing purpose. Okay, so what are the features they got developed, they will send it to testing team for testing purpose instead of developing whole application and sending it for testing team. Okay, so here very good interview question you will come across like sorry, like how you will get intimation of bold. So how as a tester you will get intimation of bold. Okay, so once developers develop features, okay, once developers develop features okay, so what they will do is like they will sorry, make it as a setup file. they will make it as a setup file. Once they make it as a setup file, they will send it to installation team for installing purpose. They will send it to installation team for installing purpose. Once installation was successful, they send back mail to testing team and install development team. Installation was successful, you carry on your testing activities. So this is the way you will get intimation of mail. Once you get intimation of mail, you will start testing your testing activities. Okay, so this is the way you will get intimation of bulb. Okay, so once you get bulb, they will install, but you have to start up your testing. So you have to start up means where they were installed, that location you should require, right? So exactly in that mail they will mention that location also. They will mention that location also. Okay. Okay, so once you get release, they will install and they will share you the link. You will start up your testing. Okay, normally there are two types of releases, like major release and minor release. Okay, so major release is nothing but like every 3 months. Minor release is nothing but every 1 month. Okay, major release is nothing but like every 3 months. Minor release is nothing but every 1 month. Okay. But the time duration, whatever I am saying, it may get vary from project to project. That's what you have to remember. Okay. Okay. So this is the way you will get intimation of bulb. Okay. Normally, one application you are working means there may be so many environments you may be working, you may be having. Okay. So like development environment, manual testing environment, automation testing environment, performance testing environment, like that. One application if you take, not exactly like this in your real-time application. So Augusta or perfume, something like that, some names. Okay, so what are the releases, what are the names they want, they can set up before starting the project. Accordingly they'll come up with like releases. Okay, so before starting the project, they'll come up with like releases and each and everything plan. Okay. Okay, so those many environments you may come up with, like development environment, testing environment, and production environment, manual testing, automation testing, performance testing. Okay, and if you think like initially the application, the internet applications looks like IP addresses. What is IP address you may be aware of. So here 16.122.78 or something like that, whatever I am giving. So this is nothing but like IP address. So for multiple applications, you have to remember this IP addresses means it's very difficult, right? Then they come up with like gmail.com or yahoo.com, some name they come up with. So here my point is like, once you enter gmail.com and press enter, it will connect to internet, right? In internet, if you observe closely, it will connect to some IP address. That means in internet it has connected it has in internet it has connected to some computer just. So that is nothing but like IP address. Exactly while working with your project, so this is the way they will try to manage. So once develops the application, they will send it to installation for installing purpose. Then as soon as they get released, their job is like they have to install in all these environments. Okay, they have to install in all of these environments, and they send a mail to testing team. As soon as you receive mail from installation team, if you will be into manual testing, you will go to manual testing environment and start your testing activities. If you will be into automation testing, you will go to automation environment and start up with your testing. Okay, so this is the way the release gets intimated. Okay, so this one you can consider like releases or bulls or drops also you may consider. Okay, so this is the way you will get intimation of build. Okay, so normally before starting the project, so developers what they will do is they'll be coming up with like they will be coming up with like development plan. So how many releases they have to come up with for each and every release, when it will start, when it will finish, and which are the features they are going to develop. So release 100 if you take like it will start January 1st, it will end January end, and inbox and login and forgot password they will come up with. Okay, release 200 February 1st, it will start, February end it will end, and it will we are going to develop, they are going to develop like registration. Okay, then release 300 component, release 400 inbox, like that. Before starting the project they will be coming up with very clear development plan. Accordingly they will develop and they will be making releases to you, then you start your testing activities. Okay, so this is the way you will get intimation of your build. Okay, any questions before moving further? Okay, so like that develop. Okay, fine, thank you. Like that they will develop the application, send it to you for testing purpose. So as a tester you will try to test those applications. If you find any mismatch, you will report those issues to developers. You will report those issues to developers. Okay, so developers, what they will do, they will again try to fix those issues and send again that latest release to you. Okay, that latest release again send it to you. Okay, so again for reporting what are the issues you are finding to developers, some process you will follow. That process I will explain you later. Okay, that process I will explain you later. As of now, as a tester, whenever you are finding out issues, you will report it to developer. That is what you can remember. Okay. Okay, once, okay, like that these two cycles will be repeatedly happening in between development team and testing team until whole application gets ready. Okay. So until whole application gets ready, so they will be, these cycles will be repeatedly happening. Okay, so once whole application gets ready, you have to ready to release it to the customer at that point of time, right? So before releasing it to the customer, so in company environment you will install and test whole application, how it's working. Okay, whether it is behaving according to customer requirements or not. Okay, so like that in company environment you will install and try to test. So this kind of testing you can consider as like alpha testing. Okay, so this kind of testing you can consider as like alpha testing. Then you go to client environment, there you install and test it up. Okay, so once whole application gets ready, you will go to client environment and there you will install and test it up. Okay, so that is nothing but like beta testing. Okay, so that is nothing but like beta testing. So your application is ready, you are ready to release it to the customer, and that point of time, that means you are ready to release it to real time, means like end users like you, Gmail using by you only, right? So like that kind of environment they will release and they will install and test it out. Okay, so that is nothing but like beta testing. Then it will go for like maintenance. Your purchase mobile phone means 1 or 2 years it will give you like free service, right? Any of the company, after 2 years warranty period done, they will make you some charge, right? Exactly that kind of part it will work for like maintenance in our IT industries also. Okay, so that is nothing but like maintenance. Okay, so that is nothing but like maintenance. Okay, then application. Okay, that is nothing but like maintenance. Okay. Okay, so this is nothing but like your software development lifecycle. Okay, this is nothing but your software development lifecycle. Okay, analysis, design, development, testing, release and maintenance. Any questions? Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, then we can go for like testing. So testing, what we said, testing is nothing but like verification plus validation. So verification is nothing but like prevent, validation is nothing but like detect. Verification is nothing but like quality assurance, validation is nothing but quality control. How exactly? So you have to understand this concept, means you come up with like your software development life cycle. Right? Okay, so software development life cycle, this one you have to understand, means let us suppose one application, if you take like that application, you are having 4 modules A, B, C, D. For this application, analysis done. Okay, design done, development done. Okay, so it came for testing, let us assume that application came for testing. Okay, it came for testing. Okay, so once you get released, as usual, you start testing, right? So while testing, you found some C module got missed out, let us assume. So C module got missed out, let us assume. Okay, so as a tester, what is your job is you have to find out as many bugs as possible, as many issues as possible, and report it to developer. Okay, primarily to whom it will go? Developers are developing this application, right? So primarily it will go for developers only. Okay. Okay, but developers, by referring which documents, they'll be coming up with their development activities. So they will refer architectural document like high level or low level. So whatever the documents they receive from architects, accordingly they come up with their code. Actually what happened was, in design document itself, that module missed out somehow. Then if that is the case, means it's not their problem, that is architect's problem. Okay, so whatever the architectural documents they received, that one they are validated, like that they developed. Okay, so it is not their mistake, it went to architects. Again architects, they have to come up with their high level design and low level design. Means which documents they have to refer? BRS. Then which documents they have to refer? SRS. Actually what happened was, in SRS phase itself, that document missed out somehow, that requirement missed out somehow. Okay, so if this is the case, means how much time you have to how much time it has spent for whole for developing all this stuff, like analysis, how much time it will take? So it may take like 3 to 6 months, it depends on the complexity of the application. So design, again 3 to 6 months, it depends on the complexity of the application. Development, it may take 2 to 3 years. Okay, testing testing. Okay, so that means 2 to 3 years of time you are going to waste. So this time company could have utilized so many resources, each and everything going to waste, right? So what you have to do there? Then again you have to come up with analysis, again you have to come up with design, again you have to come up with development. Does anybody suggest this kind of approach? No, right? So this is the drawback of this process if you follow. So instead of following this process, what you can do is, like, as soon as analysis document gets ready, there itself if you test, if something went wrong, immediately you can capture. Exactly, as soon as design document gets ready, there itself if you test, if something went wrong, immediately you can capture. Okay, so that is the way you are taking precautions before producing the error. Okay, so this is nothing but like verification. Okay, so this is nothing but like verification. So verification process, how we can define it as like okay, so verification process helps us dropping up bugs to later stages in your software development lifecycle, is nothing but like verification. Okay, so also you can define it as like preventing leakage of bugs to later stages in your software development lifecycle, that is nothing but like verification. Okay, okay, then validation. Okay, so what are the testing process going on in testing phase in your life cycle model, that is nothing but like validation. Okay, so verification also you can define it as like whatever the testing process going on before the testing phase in your software development life cycle is nothing but like verification. Okay, what are the testing process going on? Once testing phase starts in your software development life cycle, that is nothing but validation. Okay, here verification quality assurance both are nothing but like synonyms. So validation, quality control both are nothing but like synonyms. Okay. Okay, here I am saying like before in analysis phase itself you are starting testing, but you have to start your testing means you should be having application, right? So where you are getting application exactly? Once developers develops application, then only you are getting. So you are getting my point, right? So here I am saying in analysis phase itself you will start your testing, but you have to start your testing means application when it will get. Once development done, then only you are getting your application, then we can carry. But how we get your testing and what exactly you are testing? So here in analysis phase you are not really testing your application. So here you are exactly testing the documents like SRS and BRS. How they come up with some documents. Okay, so those documents they are validating. So those documents they come up proper or not, they are correct or not, complete or not, what are the budget they are going to invest within that budget, whether we will be able to develop this application or not. So by considering all these factors they will try to come up with this stuff. Okay, so they will try to validate. Similarly, as soon as design documents get ready, like high level design and low level design, they receive, they will try to validate. So wherever some task is performing, there itself you are trying to test. So that is that's the thing. Okay, so that is nothing but like verification. So here in like analysis phase and design phase, what you are trying to test? Documents you are trying to validate. So that kind of validation you can also consider it as static testing. Okay, static testing means without executing, you are just validating documents kinds of stuff. Okay, that is nothing but like static testing. Okay, then once you get application you will be applying the test data and you will be executing according to client requirement. Okay, so that is nothing but like dynamic testing. Okay, so that is nothing but like dynamic testing. So if you understand this simple question, so you will be able to answer more than 15 questions. Okay, so what is testing, what is verification, so what is validation, so okay, so these are the definitions that come up again. Okay, so what is verification, what is validation, what is quality assurance, what is quality control, what is static testing, what is dynamic testing, what is development life cycle, what is waterfall model. Sir, the waterfall model is nothing but like whatever we discussed. Okay, whatever we discussed. So testing will be happening only in testing phase. So that is nothing but like waterfall model. Testing will be happening only in testing phase. Okay, so that is nothing but like waterfall model. So waterfall model, what is the drawback? If something went wrong, only in testing phase you are capturing, you are correct or you are finding out. Okay, if there is any major mistake, major issue, then again you have to come up with analysis, again you have to come up with design, again you have to come up with development. That is the drawback of your waterfall model. To overcome this problem, what you can do? As soon as BRS document gets ready, there is a field test. Exactly whatever architectural documents get ready, there is a field test. Okay, that means wherever something is happening, there is a field test. So that one you can consider as like V model. You don't bother. I will explain you in detail like again what is waterfall model and what is V model. Okay, just you remember as of now testing will be happening only in testing phase. That is nothing but like waterfall model. Testing will be happening in each and every phase of your software development life cycle. That is nothing but okay. And V model, as of now you can remember this is the stuff. Okay, then what is the difference between verification and validation, difference between quality assurance and quality control, difference between static testing and dynamic testing, differences between waterfall model and V model. Along with that one, it will get covered like software quality assurance also. So software quality assurance is nothing but like monitoring and measuring in each and every phase of your software development lifecycle is nothing but like software quality assurance. What do you mean by like monitoring and measuring? Monitoring and measuring means in each and every phase how are your activities are going on. That means all are in the right track or not. That is what you are trying to validate, right? So that is nothing but like monitoring and measuring. Okay, so monitoring and measuring in each and every phase of your software development lifecycle is nothing but software quality assurance. So this one also you will be able to answer same question. Okay, so this is nothing but like testing. If you understand this simple question, this simple example, you will be able to answer more than 15 questions. Okay, so this is nothing but like your testing. Any questions? Static testing is nothing but like see BRS and SRS documents. How you are coming up with those one? They come up in the form of like Word or some Excel documents, some PPTs. Those documents once they come up with, they are validating whether all those documents they properly documented or not. All documents they were properly placed correctly or not. Each and everything they will validate. That is nothing but like static testing. Dynamic testing means Gmail application, let us suppose that is what your application. So gmail.com you will navigate, then you will type enter correct username, then you will type enter correct password, click on sign in button. That means in your application dynamically you will be executing and you will be passing some test data and you will be validating. So that is nothing but like dynamic testing. That means dynamically you are executing your test cases in your application. You are testing the application dynamic. Okay, so that is nothing but like dynamic testing. Clear? Okay, yeah. Any more questions? Okay, then any more questions, anybody? Okay, okay, then that's fine. So tomorrow 4:30 a.m. IST time we are going to meet, right? Fine. Yeah, that's what 4:30 a.m. We were confirmed IST time. We were confirmed, right? So tomorrow we are going to meet like 4:30 to 6:30. Okay. Okay, then that's fine. Thanks for your time. Yeah, see you. Fine. Bye bye.